Good morning. So we're going to work on our 2021-22 circle checkpoint review. So we're going to do this. Okay, so for this, for central angles, everybody, so remember this symbol means that it's 90 degrees. So it's a right angle for C. So that's going to be 90 minus 53. So always double check with the calculator. So 90 minus 53. So put that in the calculator. And we get 37 degrees. Okay, next one. So it's AB. And we go, Okay, so I look at it and I go, okay, what I notice is that CE, that's 180 degrees. Okay, so we're going to take, and we just found out, so we're going to subtract. So minus 180, minus 79, minus 53. Then we get 48 degrees. Okay, so this one is 48 degrees. This one pound was 37. Okay, and then they ask us for ED. Okay, again, it's going to be the same thing. So 180 minus 37 degrees. And that gives us 143 degrees. EB, okay, so E to B, so that's going to be 79 plus 48. So 79 plus 48 for E to B. Okay, so we get 127 degrees. Okay, and then for B, so we're going to look at where it is. So BDE, so they want to go all the way over there. So that's going to be 180 plus 53 degrees. So we get 233 degrees. And then D to E to C. Okay. So D to E to C. Okay. So I look at it and go, okay, I'm going to do 360 degrees minus 37. I think of it as like we're cutting that part out, cutting that part of the pie out. So 323 degrees. Okay, the next one, inscribed angles. Okay, so central angles, remember, are congruent to the arcs. Okay, so central angles are congruent. Okay, so the central angles are congruent. For this one, if I'm going from arc to angle, I'm going to divide by 2. So it's going to be half. Remember, so these are the regular slices of pizza, and these are the weird slices. So half. Okay, so then we get half of 82 is going to equal 42 degrees. Okay, for this one, we're going from angle to arc. Everybody, I look at it and I go, oh, it's bigger, right? It's getting bigger. This one, everybody notice it's getting smaller. So this one, it's getting bigger, so we're going to multiply by 2. So 67 times 2, okay? It's going to give us 134 degrees, okay? For this one, everybody, we look, if I go from arc to angle again, we're going to divide by 2. So 192 divided by 2. Gives us 96 degrees. So we're going to set that equal to 96 degrees. Okay, I subtract 3 from each side. Remember what we do to one side, we got to do the other side. So I'm trying to do this at the same time. And then we're going to divide each side by 31 to get 3. Okay, this one they also want us to solve for x. So remember, Angle to arc, it's getting bigger, so we're going to multiply it by 2. So 67 times 2 is 134. Okay, so now I'm going to have 16x minus 10 is equal to 134. I'm going to add 10 to each side. Got to keep it nice and balanced. Got 44. We're going to take and divide that by 16. And we get x is equal to 9. Okay. Okay, so this one, everybody, are overlapping arcs, which are congruent. So they want the measure of RST. So RST, so they want this one, everybody. Oh, wait, we have all the other arcs except for that one. So I'm going to take 360 minus 64 minus 75 minus 139 is equal to 82. So the arc is 82 degrees. So arc to angle, remember, we're going to divide by 2. So 82 divided by 2 is going to give us 41. Okay, and then for angle RUT, so RUT, actually everybody is the same one, so it's also going to be 41 degrees. Okay, so these angles are congruent. Okay, because they share that overlapping arc, RT. Think of it like they're the same tips of the butterfly's wings. Okay, on this one, so we have YBD, so that's this angle, and ACD, so that's this angle, same tips of the butterfly's wings, so we're going to set those equal to each other. Okay, so I'm going to set them equal to each other. I'm going to subtract. So we're going to subtract 6 from each side, 6x. I always subtract the smaller x. Okay, and then I'm going to add 9 to each side. Divide by 7. We get x is 5. They want us to find the measure of the angle, so I'm going to substitute it back in, everybody. I can substitute it back into either one because I have to find the angle first. Okay, and once I find the angle, I'm going to multiply it by 2. Remember, because we're doubling it. Okay, so we got 112. I'm trying to write this at the same time. 112. 12 degrees for that. Okay, and half of that would be 56 degrees. So these would both be 56 degrees. Okay, find the area of the circle. Round to the nearest tenth. The area is equal to pi times the radius squared. I think of money, everybody, so half of $15 is going to be $7.15. Okay, 15 yards is the diameter. 7 5/10 is the radius, so we just plug it in. So pi times 7 5/10. Everybody remember it needs to be squared. Remember to use your pi key. And we're going to round to the nearest tenth. 5 and up, round it up, so it's going to stay the same at 176 7/10 yards squared. Okay, so this one they want us to round to the nearest hundredths. It's a water sprinkler. Okay, so it's playing up a distance of 12 feet as it rotates around everybody, so it's going around. What's the area of the watered lawn? Okay, so 12 feet, everybody, is going to be the radius. So it's going to be pi times the radius squared. So pi times 12 squared. So we get 152 and 38 ninths. 5 and up, round it up, everybody. So we're going to round that up to, so it'll be 452 and 39 feet squared. Okay. Find the area of the sector with an angle of 120 degrees and a radius of 13 inches. So area for a sector, everybody, or respector, as I keep saying. So it's going to be the measure of the arc divided by 360 times, and then we're going to have times area of our circle, so pi times the radius squared. So 120 divided by 360 times pi times 13 squared. So go ahead and plug that in the calculator. So we got 176, so it's round to the nearest tenth. So 97, everybody. So if I round that up, remember, it's going to end up rounding it up to 10th place. So it's going to be 177.0 inches squared. That would be the area for that sector. Okay, this one they want us to find the area of Y. They give us this. Okay. For the circle Y, so everybody remember area of a sector is equal to the measure of the arc divided by 360 times the area of the circle. Will be circle Y. So I'm going to put 83.5 is equal to 115 divided by 360 times the area of circle Y. I'm going to multiply each side by the reciprocal. So 360 over 15. Everybody reciprocal, so we're flipping that fraction. So both become 1. Then we put that in the calculator. So the area of circle Y is 261 and 4 meters squared. Okay, everybody knew I'm going to round to 10th place because that one's the 10th place. Find the circumference of the given circle, round to the nearest 10th. So that's the diameter. Circumference is equal to pi times the diameter. So circumference is going to be equal to pi times 18. Make sure you're using your pi key. Round to the nearest 10th. 5 and up, round it up. So everybody 5 and up, round it up. So it's going to stay at 56.5 inches. Okay. Circumference, remember, it's like we're putting the string around and measuring around the circle. Okay, the circumference is 58 centimeters. Find the diameter of the circle. Okay, so we have circumference is equal to pi times d. So I'm just going to substitute that then. So 58 is going to be equal to pi times the diameter. Divide each side by pi. So it's going to be 58 divided by pi. So 18 and 5 and up, rounded up, centimeters. Okay, arc length. Find the arc length. So by this one, they want us to find the arc length with a sector that's 105 degrees with a radius of 8 feet. Okay. So for arc length, everybody, remember it's the measure of the arc divided by 360 times the circumference, so 2 times pi times the radius. It's going to be 105 degrees divided by 360 degrees times 2 times pi times 8. And everybody, it's 2 times the radius, right, will give us the diameter. Okay, so that's where we get that from. So put that in the calculator, everybody. Okay, and for our arc length, we get 114 and 66, 5 and up. Everybody rounded up, so we rounded up to 14 and 7/10 feet. Everybody would like we took a string, okay, we very long string, and this would be 14.7 feet. Okay, for this one, everybody, so they give us the arc length. They want us to find that angle, okay? So we're going to do, so we're still using our same formula, everybody. So I'm going to go 8.9 is equal to, it's going to be the measure of that arc, everybody. So we can put angle LMN over 360 times 2 times pi times 6. Divide each side by our circumference. So 8.9 divided by 2 times pi times 6. By 6 is our radius. Sorry, I wasn't clear on that. Okay, and everybody, this is our arc length. And then I take that, and then I'm also going to multiply by 360. Okay, so we're multiplying by 360 to get that angle by itself. So our measure of our angle, LMN. So we have a 4.888. So we're going to round that up, everybody. So if I round it up 5 and up, round it up. So it's going to be rounded up to the tens. So we get 85.0 degrees. Or just 85 degrees, everybody. That would be the measure of our angle. Okay, everybody. Next point down, we got our circle equation of our circle stuff to do. Okay, so everybody remember for equation of the circle, we have equation of the circle. It's going to be x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to the radius squared. HK, everybody, is coordinates for the center. Okay, and this is the radius for a circle. Okay, so this one they ask us, this is the equation for the circle. What's the center and radius? So everybody, it's x minus x plus, remember this is a minus. So this means this is y minus negative 4 squared. And then it's going to be equal to the square root of 49. Oh, sorry, that's 49. So radius is going to be equal to square root of 49. That's what I meant to say. So that's 7. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Okay, so this is our k value. 1 is our h value. So our center is going to be at 1, negative 4. Okay, what's the equation of the circle with center 0, negative 4, and radius of 4? So I'm going to substitute that back in. So it's going to be x minus 0 squared plus y minus negative 4 squared is equal to 4 squared, because the radius, everybody, is squared right here. Everybody knows that it's squared. That's everybody where I'm getting squared from. I'm going to do keep, change. If I add 0, everybody, that just x plus 0 just is equal to x. Okay, so we're just going to have x squared, and then y plus 4 squared is equal to 16 squared. So that would be our equation for our circle. Sorry, equation of our circle. Okay, what's the equation for this circle, everybody? So it's going to be, so I look at it and go, okay, so center, center on the graph, everybody. So this is going to be at 2, -1 is the center. And the radius for this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody, so if I checked all the cardinal directions, north, east, south, west, they're all 5, everybody. So 5 is the radius. So radius is 5. So we're going to plug that back into our equation for our circle. So x minus 2 squared plus y minus -1 squared is going to be equal to 5 squared, which is 25. We do keep, change, change. So that becomes x plus 1, everybody, for our equation. Okay. Okay, which points are on this circle, everybody? So all we do with this one, everybody, remember we just plug them back in. So I plug it back in for x and y. So -1. Sorry, I'm doing change in my head. Okay, -1 minus 3 squared plus 0 minus 2 squared is that equal to 20. Okay, everybody, and all you do is just plug that into the calculator and see if all of them. Everybody remember with that negative sign. Okay, that you use the negative key. Calculator's not as smart as you. Doesn't know negative and minus mean the same thing. So make sure you use that negative sign. It's at the bottom next to enter. Okay, it says which points, everybody points. So since it has that S, that means it's going to be more than one. Okay, that does equal 20, so that one works. Okay, so everybody, that's all you keep doing. You just keep doing that with all of these. So same thing with the next one. So then I go, okay, the next one's going to be okay, next one, everybody, I got was, so 0 minus 3 squared plus 5 minus 2 squared. Everybody I got was equal to 18. Okay, so that one is a no. Okay, it's not equal to 20. Okay, this one is a yes. This one is a no. Okay, so everybody would just keep putting them in. Okay, this one everybody was equal to 17, so that's also a no. We'll try the next one. Okay, that one does equal 20, so that is a yes. So everybody make sure you be careful since it says points, that means it's going to be more than one, so just be careful on these. Okay, that's equal to 17, so that's a no. That doesn't work. Let me try the next one. Okay, that does equal 20 when we put it in the calculator, so that is a yes. Okay, so A, D, and F work. Okay, everybody got this.